Blessed is the man that worketh not in the counsel of the heathen, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in this law I say, hide it sunrise and sundown. Him a go there like a tree planted by the rivers of water that bringeth fruit in his season. Him leaf never a go wither, and whatsoever him do shall prosper. Yay! The heathen them now they saw them there like a chaff which the wind driveth away. Therefore the heathen them never go turn upon the judgment of the sin among them in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord God Jah loveth the way of the righteous, and the way of the sin among them always and always I would perish. Let the people of the Most High God say, Jah! Kadamawe grumabe atela e igzag beer tanaistalin abashante shante where twos and threes meet in the name of the Most High Jah at the so Jaja de. If Jaja never watch upon your house, the watchman will go watch it in vain. Same way, if Jaja never build up your house, the builder will go build it in vain. The name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous run into it and they may save. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Jah shall deliver him from all of them. And I give thanks and I says unto your name, King of Kings and Lord of Lords, the conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah. Amasa Yahuda, Amasa Nagusto, Daniel Am. Komaya Sataya. Aimana Pio Aya. Kadamawe Grumabe. This is the Blackpot, aka Kukushunamo, where we speak truth to power. Now, in every traditional African home, there is a black pot, and each time this black pot rests on the fire, there is something sumptuous cooking. Of course, very nutritious as well. Now, today we're going to see of the sumptuousness from the black pot as we usually do. We are always on time, and we make sure that your nutrition is top on the agenda. My name, Black Rasta. And of course, this is the Blackpot, aka Kukushunamo, where we speak truth to power. My brother, my sister, we look at the nasty things happening in our country, box them up together, recycle them, and try to create something new out of it that will be beneficial. Very different from the original nasty product. This is why we call it the Blackpot, where we cook up the nasty things and come out with a product that is nutritious and positive. This is the Blackpot. And my name, Black Rasta. We are live on Pan-African TV, live on Loud Silence TV. We are also live on Ghana Web TV, live on our own TV, the Black Empire TV. This is the pot, not just any other pot, but the pot that is black and cooks up all the nutritious sumptuousness that we require. Now, the very first thing I want to start with today says, brave but senseless Akufo-Addo government. I'm not the one saying that. My brother, my sister, some people like this president, others don't like him. I believe that a majority of the people of Ghana do not like what is happening in the country. Hey, listen, we are talking about what is called inflation. The cedi dollar exchange rate is totally gone haywire. The Vice President of the Republic of Ghana told us, and we remember every time, that when the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate would expose you, no matter how talkative, how garrulous of a person you are. Don't worry, the exchange rate would expose you. Now, this government is a government that is so much interested in talking about the Ukraine-Russian war, the pandemic, COVID-19, they call that a twin pandemic, the war and the sickness. That is why the economy is bad, as if this was the only economy on earth. We have spoken time and again, my brother, my sister, that a nation that is not ready to accept its real situation, but try to apportion blames, is a useless country. It's an ostrich country. And it looks like we are in high gear, heading towards that useless plantain state. In fact, we've gone beyond the banana. We are now entering the cassava state. We are in the plantain state, moving into the cassava state. Who said that this is a government that is brave yet senseless? That's him. He's called Prophet Emmanuel Bedukobi of the Glorious Wave International Church. That's him. He's a son of Reverend Owusu Bempah, and when I say son, I mean spiritual son. He mentored him. A time came when he even decided that he was not his son. In other wise, what did he do? Denounce his own son. He unsound him. But this is the man. He's uttered some prophecies that came to pass. There are a lot of people who remember him for wonderful prophecies that he gave in the past. A self-styled businessman who many people see as wealthy. He has distributed a lot of cars to so many celebrities in Ghana. The last time he called me, he said, Black Rasta, I like the way you are tackling issues in Ghana. I pray for the energy and the boldness that you have. Where do you get that from? And I told him, it's passionate, it's inborn, it's innate. It's coming from the Almighty. That is why you have never heard that I've been on the payroll of any politician. Every government receives this kind of energy from me. It doesn't matter who is in power. It just matters what is happening to the country. And he laughed and said, Black Rasta, I'm planning to reward you very soon. Well, I love and respect that. He's honored so many people. In fact, he says it's my turn. This is the man I'm talking about. He's giving cars to people like Daddy Lumba, giving money to so many different people. He believes that when he gives it to people who already have it, it will inspire them to also give. He's dealt with a lot of poor in the society. But in the interim, this is a man who is a very strong advocate of decency in our country. See what he said? They are brave, but lack sense. Who are these people? Prophet Bedu Kobi launches scathing attack on Akufo-Addo government. Let's read the story. What does it say? Bedu Kobi holds that government has shown courage with its attempt to implement certain interventions, but the lack of plan has crippled the success of those projects. Speaking on Power FM, Bedu Kobi said that whereas the government's bravery is admirable, the lack of sense in the execution of its flagship programs has led to profligacy in the public sector. He cited, for example, that in the implementation of the free SHS program, the government failed to inculcate the recommendations of some key persons. The government has men of courage, but they lack sense. They are very bold with their promises like free SHS and others, but they lack sense. For instance, you want to do free SHS. Have you thought about the plan? You just wake up and do something, but with no plan. My brother, my sister, now this is Prophet Bedu Kobi speaking. They just come out with plans, and the plans are not well thought of. But this is so with almost every politician. They tell you what you want to hear. And when it's time for them to deliver, they give you excuses night and day. True or false? Free SHS. Yes, many people said it was not going to happen. But this government said it will happen. They were bold enough and they made it happen. But in no time, we all realized that it was a farce. What exactly was it? We realized that the level of education, the quality of education was being compromised. And we were not ready for that. Now, parents who were even beginning to enjoy the so-called free SHS realized that no, it was to a certain fault, and were ready to pay fees for the quality education to return. Ghana has been one of the countries touted for its high level of education. Zimbabwe is another. My brother, my sister, if we don't have anything at all, we have good teachers here who are touted as being very, very brilliant in so many different countries. Ghanaian teachers went to Nigeria to teach English in the days, right? So when you see Nigerians, especially those from the very near past, they will tell you, oh, my English teacher was a Ghanaian. Some of them will say Ghanaian. The level of education in Ghana has always been high, by the kind courtesy of great people like Kwame Nkrumah and the rest. But the free HHS came to demean the level of education in this country. Well, but Kobe has said it. They are brave. They can jump into it. But they are senseless. So is it foolhardiness? Foolhardiness is bravery in the wrong direction. Foolhardiness is where you show bravery where bravery is not needed. For instance, there's a house burning. There's nothing in there to recover. Then you jump into it just to show people that you can walk in fire. That's foolhardiness. It's a kind of braveness that has no merit. My brother, my sister, the man has spoken. Prophet Emmanuel Bedu-Kobi. He said this government is brave yet senseless. In the past, he's been branded an NDC man. But some other people branded him an NPP person, especially that he's a Khan. You know, in this country, it's all about dirty ethnocentrism. People vote along ethnic lines. People vote along religious lines. They don't look at the content. They don't look at what these people are bringing. No. Once they belong to our ethnic group, they belong to our religion, we vote for them. And these are some of the things killing us in this country. My brother, my sister, I'm not going to spend too much time. Emmanuel Bedu-Kobi, the prophet, has spoken. We wish him all the best. That's it. We could deal with the next thing. Next thing I quickly want to deal with, because today we have so many different things to look at, so I'm going to rush through them, but we will keep the content and the heaviness of our discussion. Chinese invade Ghana parliament. How come? Are Chinese people supposed to be in the Ghanaian parliament? Or is the new speaker of parliament Chinese? What business does the Chinese have in the Ghanaian parliament? Yes, we know that a lot of the chairs in there were supplied from China. But aside that, what else? Somebody is speaking, and who is this person speaking? Oh, okay. He's called KOMENDA Japan. This man was the secretary for his party some time ago. Yes, I think so. He also hosted a sports program on GTV. Yes, I think at a certain point, he was a stalwart of his party until he was sent out on suspension. Yes, KOMENDA Japan. I remember this face. That's him. So what is he saying? What's KOMENDA Japan saying? A Chinese company now cleaning Ghana's parliament. And this is KOMENDA Japan. A legend. My brother, my sister, follow me. Come along. This is KOMENDA Japan speaking. So I got his name right. It's KOMENDA Japan. Oh yes, former General Secretary of the ruling New Patriotic Party, NPP, KOMENDA Japan, has demanded answers from Ghana's parliament on whether a contract for cleaning the legislative house has been indeed awarded to a Chinese company. The story continues. The aspiring presidential candidate stated that doing so would be an insult and unfortunate, given that we have local businesses capable of doing the job. He made these remarks during a recent interview on Rainbow Radio 87.5 FM's Frontline. Interesting. That's it that way. So there's a Chinese company that is now cleaning the parliament house. What happened to Zoom Lion? There are so many people who are seeing Zoom Lion to be a corrupt entity. One of them, Manasseh Awuni Azure, who has said it publicly several times, that this is a company that is so corrupt and so insensitive. If we had had Zoom Lion in there, at least Ghanaians would have said, okay, this is a Ghanaian company. But no, the Chinese are now cleaning the parliament house. You'll be shocked that what the Chinese will do is, the big Chinese man is sitting in his office somewhere in Accra and would hire Ghanaians like Zoom Lion does, and would push them into the parliament house to go and clean. You would never know that it's a Chinese company that is handling this. But at the end of the day, the big chunk of the money is paid to the Chinese. That would in turn pay peanuts to the Ghanaians working in there. So you go to the parliament house, you see Ghanaians working, but these are Chinese Ghanaians. Why do we do this to ourselves? Well, it is an allegation. And I want to believe that it's not true. I will not be surprised if this is true, because our country is so good at demeaning its own citizens. We see our own Ghanaian people killed in so many different African countries and nothing happens. Nobody says anything. In fact, the best we can do is to make noise about it on radio and TV, and maximum 1 week we all forget and we are looking for the next breaking news. How would this country grow? When you go to America, an issue that happened 135 years ago is still talked about till there's a finality to that issue. Dead people are even punished. In America, in England, and some other places. The man committed a certain crime. He was under some investigation, but he died along the course. The investigation would continue. And if the dead man is found culpable, they would punish the ghost. True? They will punish the ghost. We have seen that happen several times. But in our country, whilst the culprits are still alive, we forget the issues for them to continue with whatever they were engaged in that retarded our growth. What kind of a country is this? A country that is not ready for positivity. They are only interested in what they will eat. They are not looking at the content of their brain. Ghanaians who do well are those who leave this country and travel abroad. You hear, oh, there's a Ghanaian in America who has invented something. There's a Ghanaian here who is flying whatever. There's a Ghanaian here who did that. But in their own country, they are turned into fools. The opportunities are never given to them. The opportunities go to the Chinese, the Indians, the Lebanese, and all those people. Recently, they even brought in Filipinos. My brother, my sister, Filipinos. A hospital in Ghana, owned by a Ghanaian, Lawyer Lita. You all remember him. Lawyer Lita of the NDC. Am I right? Is he an NDC person? I'm bringing the political thing in there to show you the kind of things these politicians do. See? Brought in Filipinos. And Canada, Japan told us. And their mind is that, oh, the Filipinos are doing better than Ghanaians. They will not steal. Ghanaians will come in and steal and collapse the whole thing. Yes, it's true. We all have our issues. There are some positives about Ghanaians that cannot be found in Filipinos, right? Can you look at the positive side and try to empower the positive side whilst you cut the negative part? No. They throw the baby with the bathtub. Shh, go away. This is a very terrible country. We don't like our own. We hate it. So much tribalism, ethnocentrism, religiousness, yet we don't go anywhere. We can send all our money to the church to help with a so-called church project. Yet, along the way, there are poor people who are dying because they just need something small, one ball of kinky. We won't do that. I will not help you because you are not a member of my political party. I will not help you because you are not part of my religion. You don't belong to my church. I will help you because you are not a Muslim. Which heaven are you going to? Is that what your religions teach you? So this is what the politicians are doing. They give it to people. We are an accursed people. There's no patriotism in this country. What are we doing with our laws to empower positivity? What are we doing to rewire the minds of our people? It's all about, oh, he insulted my father 20 years ago. So because of that, I'll make sure that any wisdom he brings out is foolishness. That's the kind of people we are. Stupid idiots. What kind of a people are we, brethren? This is what has become of us. Ghanaians. We forget atrocities meted to us. Yet we hold petty personal grudges against each other. I have to say that again. We forget atrocities meted out to us. Yet we hold personal grudges against each other. Till death. Oh, the other day I was passing, he drove his car and splashed dirty water on me. Even though he said sorry, I'm sure he did it intentionally. I will chase him till he dies. Even when he dies, I'll follow his children and chase them. Yet, the English that came here and slaughtered us. The British that came here and slaughtered us. Yet, other people who came here and demeaned us, we forget that so easily. We are not asking, demanding our right. No. All we care about is personal, stupid grudges. And we hold each other to that, like animals. What kind of a country is this? Honestly, sometimes I wish I could say that, no, I don't belong to this country anymore. I belong to another country that does not exist. But I am brought here for a reason. If it's not good, we have to fix it. And by saying this, I am trying to fix it. My brother, my sister, the teacher imparts knowledge to you, not by hitting your head with an hammer, but speaking to you. Speech can change a lot of things, but we are so stupid, we think that it's just talking. We are talking and working on your mental capabilities. That's if you have brains at all. Chinese are cleaning our parliament. Ghanaians are walking around, no jobs. Teachers have not been paid for how long? Nurses, hey, NAPCO, hey. Are we short of people who can do that? I pray it's not true. When we return, I have more. In the interim, this is the Blackpot. Whoa! This is the Blackpot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. Thank you so much to all our sponsors. We appreciate you and we love you. The truth is just one. Now, if you are a coward, you can't speak the truth. The truth will never be part of your family. That is why the truth is always an orphan. People who speak the truth are normally alienated. Yes, they are made aliens of. People who speak the truth are normally sidelined. But somebody said, and I remember that clearly, brutalize me with the truth, but don't pamper me with a lie. Brutalize me from head to the toe with the truth. It is only the truth that will save us. There has never been any nation or any person who has died from speaking the truth, or who has been disgraced from speaking the truth. The truth would always stand unique, yet we avoid it. It's a paradox. That's why you have to come do business with us. Take our numbers off the screen. We are Black Empire TV. Yes, do business with us. We are heard all over the world via satellite, via the powerful Pan-African TV, Ghana's only Pan-African TV. We are the champions of Pan-Africanism on TV. And we speak patriotism. We are always on the side of the truth. We have made the truth our family. That is why you must support this show. Call us on WhatsApp for free, or send us a message. We will hack into your call and we shall do business with you. We will be the lifeline over your staggering business line, and we shall see how your business will grow. The more your business grows, the more we grow too. We want the African businesses to grow. And by doing that, you are also donating and contributing to the next generation's visibility. The biggest problem with our country and the continent is not lack of wealth, it's lack of patriotism. We don't have the sense of patriotism. If you had it, you will not steal to make wealthy your family, to enrich your family and friends, whilst the bigger picture, the nation is collapsing. My brother, this is what it is. This is the Blackpot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. Come along, let me look at the next thing quickly. Look at the headline. Kwame Nkrumah, selfless to death. Hey, something happened, and I would like to share that with you. We lost a great hero. And the people who betrayed this man, finished him up, and denied us of the wonderful things that would have come with him being with us, are those in power right now. The NPP. It's a traitor government. Look at their history. From the UP tradition all the way down. They chased this man out because he beat their grandfathers and great-grandfathers to the game. Some people just hate him for nothing, even in death. I want to show you something Kwame Nkrumah did that made me weep from the time I got to know this. When Kwame Nkrumah was asked to go to Hanoi to go for peacekeeping in Vietnam, they told him that you are the president of Africa, Osajifo. Come and bring peace. When you come and speak, there will be peace. Because Vietnam was invaded and there was a huge war going on there. But they needed an African president to go and speak so there will be peace. They knew the power of Kwame Nkrumah, but it was a trap. When he got to China, in transit, ready to enter Vietnam, what happened? The Chinese ambassador came up to him and told him, hey, blah, blah, blah. They brought in the Chinese president, President Wu, to tell him, hey, Mr. President, there's a coup that is happening in Ghana. They are attempting to topple your government. Nkrumah laughed at it and said, well, they won't be able to succeed. The people are left behind. They are patriotic enough to understand that we have a lot of work ahead of us. And traitors cannot handle this. They told him, it's led by one E.K. Kutoka. It doesn't matter who is leading it. What matters is that we've left behind a solid house. Ghanaians would understand that they don't need any traitors. Ghanaians will resist this coup. A few minutes later, the president came again and told him, hey, it happened. The coup happened. At that time, he was with 6 people. One of them was Alex Kwesi. Alex Kwesi. He was an ambassador and was a key figure in the government of Kwame Nkrumah. My brother, my sister, he wrote a book, Making of a Diplomat. Look at the headline. The 6 men who were with Nkrumah when 1996 coup occurred. That's the coup I just talked about. Let's read what Alex Kwesi wrote. Watch this. The rest of our delegation was waiting at the hall, but from their faces, it was evident that they had heard about the coup. Osajifu told the group that they say some people are trying to take our power in Ghana. Let them try. There was a discussion about whether we should go to the banquet that night. I had earlier suggested that we should get the Chinese government to give us a special plane so that we might proceed at once to Cairo and, if possible, from Cairo to Accra. I insisted that we should cancel our plans to Hanoi. Osajifu pounced on me. Pounced, that's the word. Pounced on me and said, what do you mean? As for you, I will question Sakide. If I follow you, Ms. Wechera, I will get nowhere. He said this in Fanti. That's what I just said. I will question Sakide. Ms. Wechera, I will. That's what he said. He said, you question Sakide. If I follow you, I will not go anywhere. I will not go anywhere. You are too careful. Let's look at the bigger picture. The people in Hanoi need us. We are brokering world peace. They say that I, Osajifo, my voice is so important. He forgot about the coup in Ghana toppling his government. The government for which he had the power to go and denounce and renounce that coup. That war in Hanoi. Doesn't matter. They are taking my word, government. Let's go to Hanoi. He said, no, let's go back to Accra and stop it. When they see that you have arrived, everybody will scatter. He said, what? Let's go to Hanoi. That's what Nkrumah said. The bigger picture. The bigger picture. How many of us will look at the bigger picture? Anytime I talk about Kwame Nkrumah, I get teary. Trust me. How many people look at the bigger picture? Right now, it's all about stealing. Oh, we are in a position to steal, not in a responsible position. No. We see responsible positions as positions to steal. A very key position for me to become an archer, a sniper. Oh, this is the best position for me to derail my country. This is the best position for me to be Alibaba. And the other 40 thieves will follow later. Jesus have mercy. Oh, when will human beings understand that it's not by stealing and it's not by ill-gotten wealth that our soul, minds, and bodies will be happy? Oh, what a people who only think about food in their belly. Oh, what a people who hate each other and hold small grudges against each other. And no matter how positive their brethren are, they decide to be blind to. Oh, what a people. What a people. I look at us as a people, Kai, and I wonder. I don't know what it is in politics. Some people say the seat of Satan. I am beginning to believe it. Good people, so good, get into politics and they are so corrupted. No wonder somebody says absolute power corrupts absolutely. When shall we have yet another Osajefo? Some of the 6 people he was with ran back to Ghana and joined the traitors that they were all trying to fight against. To God be the glory. When we return, I have more to tell you. But can I ask you a question? Do you know the tallest people in the world? In Africa, they are right here. But which one is the ethnic group? There are 2 ethnic groups that are known to have the tallest people in the world. Certainly not the Ashanti. The Ashanti are one of the shortest, we know. Certainly not the Mosi. Yeah, the Mosis are tall, but not the Mosis. There are people who are taller than the Mosis. If you see Mosis and think they are so tall, there are people who are twice taller than the Mosis. We'll find out in our daily quiz who these people are. In the interim, this is the Blackpot, aka Kukushonomo. Wayo!
My name is Waris, but all of you know me as Comedian Waris. I come from a home where cleanliness is not only next to godliness, but a must. We seldom fell ill, and we saved our doctor this headache. At an early age, my mother introduced us to our best gift ever, PJ's Acid Cleaner. PJ's Acid Cleaner kills 99% of all germs and keeps your WCs, marbles, tiles, and concrete floors sparkling new and clean. In fact, you don't need any extra muscle when it comes to PJ's Acid Cleaner. It has all the muscle. When my fiancée, Mameya, first visited me, I almost lost her. She didn't believe I was single, lived alone, and without a house help. Yet my house had this great fragrance and was always clean. I had to reveal my secret. PJ's Acid Cleaner, my family's greatest gift.
For bulk purchases, please call 0244 624 526 or 0262 233 243.
Am I a sumo?
Yes, Mama, right.
And you may a king cancer, no. You have my sister Paulina and a day after.
You may a king cancer, no. You better free. Abus chapter.
Hey, babe! Sister Paulina, we're reading glasses here, China, Hebrews.
Hey, madam!
Majenkwanyi. Tina tet Hayan herbal capsule. A drawing Tina, but what to send me? Me ready, I mention glasses. Obroni Bessie, see clear.
Hey, no crow. Tinatet Hayan herbal capsules. A full supplement for good vision and not recommended for children below 12 years, asthmatic patients, pregnant and breastfeeding mothers.
A drawing baby atwa. Got Tinatet herbal shop. Hey, now wait. Tinatet Hayan.
See clear!
Luxury home, it's a beauty place for every woman. We do braids, wig caps, weave-ons, nails, pedicure, manicure, waxing, massages. We do everything concerning beauty. So if any lady is thinking about beauty, I believe this is the right place for you to be. We do nail training here, we do braids training, we do wig caps installation, we do waxing. I mean, anything that we do, the services that we render here, we also train people. So if you want to be a master in nails, if you want to be a professional nail technician, this is the right place for you to be. We will train you and make sure you are a professional, not just any nail tech. At Chick Luxury Beauty Home, we train you to be your own boss. We have international trainers who train you to fit in anywhere in the world. We have our one-man training, and we also have 2 weeks. It's between 2 weeks to 1 month, depending on the individual. Whatever you want, we give it to you. At Chick Luxury Beauty Home, we give you quality yet affordable. So come and get trained and be your own boss.
First of all, is a Jamaican. Yes, I'm a Jamaican. I was born in a little parish, a beautiful little parish called Clarendon, outside of Kingston. Everybody knows Kingston, but Clarendon is where I come from. I am a singer, I am an author, I am a songwriter, I am a poetess, and I am an actress. Right? I do the whole, I've been doing it for many years. And so basically that's who I am. I'm anything art, everything art, that's me. You think art and you think Diana. Yeah. I do reggae music, I do inspirational music, I do cultural music, I do gospel, if you call it gospel. You know, I just do uplifting, clean music. Even the 12-year-old can listen to it. You know, or the adult, if you feel like it needs some motivation or so. the kind of music I do will really, motivate you, and that's basically what I do, reggae predominantly. Okay, so the inspiration behind Bed of Roses is this. I actually, bad to bad, as we say in Jamaica, there's that little stigma that has always been going on that, most men are not good men, and you don't really have good men, especially like if they're poor and they can't take care of you. Women have 2 hands and 2 feet too, so crippled, you don't necessarily need somebody to take care of you. What you need is a man with a good heart who loves you and who will work with you so you can build an empire. So Bed of Roses is really in the defense of men, and so also to really rewrite the narrative that if a man is poor, he can't take care and that is not good. It's not good for you, which is a lie. You understand? So there are lots of men out there who don't have a lot of money, but they are good and upright men. They just want someone to work with them and someone to motivate them. And so that song was really, to celebrate good men who don't necessarily have a lot of money.
Nice little ranch down a Ochi. Only for veggie where we plant, me not go hungry. Come and say, Luchi and movie in our pantry. Give me a firm foundation when a Sunday.
Bed of Roses is available to the public on our platform called 16 Bars Multimedia. So on the website it will be that 16BARS M as in Mary.com. So that is 16barsmm.com. Definitely. I am available for live performances any day of the week. So you can contact me first of all, you can reach out to me on my Instagram as Empress Diana, and my Diana has 2 N's, so that's Empress, which is DIANNA, so that's Empress Diana, that's my IG. And also you can send me a link or something on our YouTube. Our YouTube is the same name of our website, 16 Bars Multimedia. We have lots of work there. You can reach us there, and also you can reach us at 16barsmm@outlook.com. So that is 16. This time it's the word all spelled out. 16barsmm@outlook.com. And if you choose, when you go on our website, which is the same 16barsmm.com, you can go to the contact page and send us a message. You understand? And usually we respond within a couple of hours. All right. So that's basically it. And I'm sure at the end of this, you will have a number somewhere to contact us. All right. So that's it. That's what I do. And keep the music locked. Yes, I bless.
Nice little ranch down a Ochi. Only for veggie where we plant, me not go hungry. Come and say, Luchi and movie in our pantry. Give me a firm foundation when a Sunday.
Sorry. Oh, Doc. Yes, and you walk, Doc. I want to know your thing. Who knows why she I've said to Antonio, no, see the young young cook. So your stomach was out, said the young. Had been so as I become. And then crying, meaning said if you are forcing I don't know.
Test results naturally say when you malaria when the moji.
Yeah, 3D.
Yes, malaria. Nani yem no so we no here. Tinatet tomac and a tinatet malake. Famano nano hobetono.
Malake, anything at Tumac. I'm on my free.
Tinatet Malake, Eyama Ubia Wenya malaria fever, and a Tinatet Tomac mixture, Eyama Ubia Wenya indigestion. Yen Shishemo Wenya malaria and San Wafa Edri. Not recommended for children below 12 years. Pregnant or lactating mothers should consult a doctor.
Blackpot, Coco Show.
This is the Blackpot, aka Kuku Shodom, where we speak truth to power. And my name, Blakk RASTA. The Dinka from South Sudan and the Tutsis from Rwanda. Look at their president, Paul Kagame. He's like a tree. When he opens his hands, it's like branches. My brother, my sister, that's it, the beauty of Africa. We will look at the shortest people too. Is it the pygmies? We shall find out in our next episode. But for now, this is it. And thanks so much to our sponsors. We love you. We appreciate you. This is a show of Pan-Africanism. We don't talk politics. We don't criticize people. If we must criticize, then we would only criticize to build and not to destroy. That's why we call it the Blackpot. We feed everybody. In every traditional African home, there is one. It's like when it rains, it doesn't fall on only one man's house. It falls on everybody's house, enemy and friend alike. So we don't criticize. Everybody is part of it. But if we criticize, it's only to build. Sometimes when you give somebody an injection, it gives the person pain. But it is for the good of the person. True? Sometimes you give somebody something bitter to drink. It's very painful. It's harsh. But it's for the good of the person. So when we criticize, we look at the bigger picture. It's not to embarrass. It's not to disgrace. It's not to insult. It's just to put you on track, not to derail you. We prevent you from derailment. When we speak with wisdom from the Almighty as we are inspired. And Ghana and the whole of Africa, you have come to see that all we say is inspired. We don't do politics. Politics is so infantile. What we do is called patriotism. This is the Blackpot, aka Kukushonomo. Next thing quickly. Today we have a lot to look at. Now this one says, clap for great Akufo-Addo governance. Paul ADOM-OTCHERE. Paul ADOM-OTCHERE is the chief hacker. Is the chief sniper of the government in power. I admire him. Yeah. Honestly, I do. I think that he's a man who has grown with time and with age. He's a man who has dedicated time to what he wants to do. Journalism. And now, unfortunately, he has skewed his journalism towards a course that will come back to bite him. You know why? This is a fine gentleman, young. This guy is about 46, 47. He's my age, man. I'm a year older than him. A few months older than him. I just celebrated my 48th anniversary. So he's about 47. Yeah, he was born in 75. March, I think. That's him, Paul ADOM-OTCHERE. 47 years old. In fact, the president is about twice his age. I don't see why a man would follow another man to his grave intentionally. It's like the legendary or proverbial fly that follows the corpse to the grave. Why am I saying that? Sometimes I feel sorry for this great gentleman. I've watched him grow. I have seen him do a lot of wonderful things. And when he's doing his work, you realize that this is a brother who is quite studious. He studied one or two things. He's talked to a few other people. Once in a while, he might slip here and there, but he's brilliant. You can't take it from him. But I worry for this man. Now, if governments change, I do not know how many people will not be too happy with this person now that they are even brewing that big storm against him. That's my worry. You see, it's different from when somebody speaks objectively and criticizes with venom. Like Trini Jonas is doing. He might not have the intellect. He speaks like a layman. Speaks from his emotions. Will make jokes out of something. Use curse words and terrible bad words. Which I don't subscribe to. But you can see the passion in the guy. But with my brother Paul, fine gentleman, I see him drifting towards a line that is so opaque. So many people are against it. He tries to conjure some meanings and explanations. But a lot of the time, they do not wash. Other times, yes. My fear and my worry is that a fine gentleman like this, who Ghana needs, might just be written off because he's being too subjective. Can you see the genuineness on this face? Can you see? It's genuine. No hatred, nothing. What is Paul ADOM-OTCHERE saying? The system is working. Paul ADOM-OTCHERE declares amidst economic hardship. Hey, bros, is there a system at all? Where is the system? Where is that? Oh, maybe the headlines are deceptive. Let's read the story. What is the story saying? ADOM-OTCHERE argued on his show that the government and its appointees cannot stop the crisis from hitting the nation, but how they steer the country in the face of adversity is the metric on which they should be judged. We can't stop crisis from coming. How we judge you is how you manage the crisis. That is very important. We have major issues. The cedi is worst performing currency after that of Sri Lanka. In that process, the government has paid cola. The government is feeding students. The schools are still being fed. And government is paying the school fees of students. All of these government payments are going on in a period of such severe economic crisis, he asserted. Speaking on Good Evening Ghana, he asked that Ghanaians should be full of praise. Clap, right? Full of praise for their economic managers, for keeping the economy running despite the country's unstable situation. That's why I titled it, Clap. It's what the brother is saying. He knows better. He's just playing politics. Even members of the party of Nana Akufo-Addo say he's performing abysmally. KOMENDA Japan, that we interviewed recently, what did he say? Corruption is awash the whole country. Yes, we have an AG who is beginning to show us that he has muscle. He's doing well. We clap. But remember, we had a special prosecutor who was hounded out of office. Even though I don't support him, I call him a coward. Martin Amidu made so much noise. Given the opportunity, he ran out and blamed the president. We could still tell that. They hounded him out of office in one way or another, but he had no balls to stay in power. Now they brought another one, a younger one, who is trying to do things right. The cola that you are talking about, the people had to threaten demonstration. When nothing happened, they went on demonstration before the cost of living allowance was paid. NAPCO workers have not been paid. We should clap for the government. Corruption is slapping our cringing brows all over the place. We are running to the IMF. We are borrowing like we are mad. Clap for the government. At the same time, you are telling me students are being fed. So many school games were cancelled because there was no food. True? No food. Schools were closing down. Now we should clap for the government because you have a job from the government as the board chairman of the airport. So you are cool. It's like that proverb that says that the Gombatin proverb that says that the king or the chief who is sitting on the horse does not know that the ground is hot. You are sitting on the horse or in a palanquin. They have an umbrella over your head. You are dancing at dua, king, 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 king. Those walking on the floor, and sadly, most of the time, traditionally in quotes, they walk barefooted. They are feeling the heat. They are in a hurry for the chief or king to quickly go and sit down so that they can also enjoy some shade under their feet. But no, the chief is not dancing at dua, moving backwards. Hey, hey. Those carrying that thing, you don't care about them. If you cared about them, you would reduce your adwa dancing. I'm speaking proverbially. My brother, me, I think a fine guy. I tried to interview you the other day. You didn't. You said you will not do it because I hate you. I don't hate you. How can I hate you? When I meet you, it's almost like nothing has happened. We will talk nicely and we will smile and go away. No hatred, nothing. I'm just worried about you. I think that you have stepped too much into subjectivity. The objectivity has faded away. Some people say, oh, because you have a job as the board chairman of the airport, you bought a Christmas tree worth how much? No innovation. Christmas comes with trees, nothing. Other things could have been done. Instead of taking Christmas trees there, we could have brought school children there who will stand there and even sing Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. And then when they are going, they get gifts for the period of Christmas. It will expose the children to some kind of excursion. They go around the airport, look at what the airport is all about. The children will remember you for life. Innovation. Christmas is all about Christmas trees, exorbitant Christmas trees. Little children from the schools, dress them nicely. Let them go, they sponsor what they are going to wear. They come in batches. Maybe 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. They come and stand there and sing. But you want dummy Christmas trees that will stand there and will not move 24 hours. So that when people are arriving, they will see that. Well, that is my idea. Things could have been done. Look at the flight schedules. What time would the flights be coming? You arrange so that the people can come. Or you don't have a flight plan. When people are arriving, there are people there. Merry Christmas. They could even shake hands and so on and so forth. Rather than statues, trees standing. That's my idea. Maybe I'm also dumb. I don't know. But Mr. Otchere, you're a fine gentleman. You have brains. You're smart. Please cut a bit of the subjectivity away with all love. Dash it away. Let's deal with the next thing. Next thing, very quickly, we're not going to spend too much time on this. Playing political chess with the KOMENDA sugar factory. What are they talking about? KOMENDA sugar factory was built in 1964 by Kwame Nkrumah. And it was a good sugar factory. We enjoyed it. All of a sudden, they overthrew him and the whole thing became a white elephant. In fact, a gray elephant. Mahama came, maybe for political expediency, political correctness. He went to India. That's why you see the Indian flag on the left and the Ghana flag on the right. Collected a loan, saddled us in that loan, built that thing. Maybe he had good ideas, but the government in power came. They looked at it and they said it was a waste of a project. Anything Nkrumah, they hate. Maybe that was why they decided to abandon it. They promised several times that this thing was going to be opened. The last time we heard about them, they said, oh, the sugar that was showed there was not produced there. They brought it from Makola Market. Eish. And now, there it is. They said a few months ago, it was done. They were going to commission it. Now, what are they saying? Now, they say government to commission KOMENDA sugar factory this year. 95% complete this year. This year. Well, they have postponed it over and over political chess. We hope that it happens. We always want to remain positive. But those that are playing chess with us, political chess, political jingoisms, the eyes of the Almighty are watching you. Dash it away. Make we deal with the next thing. Next thing I would like to look at, come along, is this. And I'm about to go. Auditor General told to practice charity at home. And the practice there is an S-E, as the verb. As we talk, we also preach and teach. The one with the C is the noun. I'm going for choir practice, C-E. I'm going to practice karat, S. So the C is noun, S, verb. Somebody will say, oh, I know. And so, Nimshe. This is the country. This is the first time he's hearing this. But, oh, he's sitting with his children. Oh, this thing. I know. This one from one way they teach we. Now we so. And so nimshe. Instead of saying, ah, wow, oh, thank you. Masua bibi kakra. Ahumasuo. Any katashishe. Any kasamin kuminya. Pesamin kuminya. Big words. 3 big words. Auditor General told to practice charity at home. They say charity begins at home. And this is the man whose picture you saw earlier. He's called Gov'T. He used to be with the NDC. They suspended him, chased him out for reasons best known to them. I'm not interested in their party wranglings and all that. From that time, he's been talking for the government. Well, he says that he's disappointed that the Auditor General, having found faults and, charges against so many different entities in Ghana, has not told us from his own office how corrupt it is, how much fuel he's using, and all that. Well, it might be a good thing, but he says he's so disappointed. Let me see that story. The part where he says he's so disappointed. See it. Mr. Auditor General, you have not done well. You didn't do well at all. Has he also accounted for the fuel he uses in and out? Dash it away. You see, the man has done a good job. Instead of applauding him and then going ahead to say, oh, you have done well, but also try and let us hear from your outfit. Have you found any irregularities there? Publish what you have seen. Of course, the Auditor General is not publishing everything. He's publishing where he has found errors and mistakes and, things like that. He's not talking about all institutions. If he hasn't talked about the post office, I haven't seen post office there. He hasn't talked about STC, I haven't seen STC there. Should you say that I should talk about STC too? Maybe he hasn't found anything there. Chinchina, he has to talk. By all means, he must talk about his outfit. It's a way of saying, somebody tells you that, oh, there's a scar on your face here. Just wipe it off and say, you too, look at your leg. You see, I don't know. I really don't know what this is. Ghanaians are so good at that. Somebody comes out to say something. The content is good and heavy and admirable. But they'll say, but this guy, be way in father go still go to the other time. This guy, be way the other day they banned some American visa. What the idiot talk is this? What is happening? Are you crazy? Debate what is on the table. You leave it out and go and bring some stupid thing. What is happening? Dash it away. Let me deal with the last thing and leave, man. Okay, so I'm going. The prophet of the land is called Reverend Prophet Owusu Bempah. He was my mate at Tiamade Secondary School. I'm proud to always say that. Yeah, we sat in the same class. It's like Dr. UN that people are doubting, blah, blah. If Owusu Bempah goes out to say that, oh, many black RASTA tna class back, people would doubt him because he's not very lettered. You understand? Not very lettered. He's a prophet. He has made utterances that have come to pass. I respect him and I respect his office. But it came to a time he got so full of himself. Full. Full. And yeah, FOOL. Ghanaians will misinterpret this. The next headline, Black RASTA says Owusu Bempah is a fool. No! FULL, full of himself. It just said he became, what's the word? So full of ego. I'm still using fool. So surrounded with ego. He went to a Agada's place with his church members. Some of them were armed. And he said that nobody could arrest him. That anyone who come and arrest him over the bar, no. And the IGP got him arrested. They put him in there. That's him. Reverend Owusu Bempah makes fresh revelations about his arrest. Size Baumia, others in struggle with police. Give me the story. I'm going. I have to make it quick. He said, when I was sent to the cantonment police cells, I called everyone I knew, but no one responded. One official told me, told me, and I narrated everything to him. The official told me Dan Pare and Vice President were in the house of Reverend Kusi Boateng. It was Kusi Boateng's birthday, so they were in his house. The person told me the only person who could intervene in my case was Reverend Kusi Boateng. He's also the only one who can speak to Baumia and Dan Pare to help me. The person sent me Kusi Boateng's number, and I called him more than 10 times, but he never answered. The police came and said it was time for me to be sent to the cells, so I should undress, he said. When you read the story, it's a long story. It says that, yes, he even called the chief of staff, Opare, and she said, a soldier man was coming to help him. The soldier man called him. He went, whatever happened. But at the end of the day, threw him in the cells and locked him up and embarrassed him. Reverend, the law is the law. The fact that you are linked to chief of staff, you are the prophet of the nation, you know Baumia, you know who. How about the people who don't know anybody? How do you feel when they are locked up for the same things that you did? What you did was not right. If I were you, I'll just stop talking about this. Or are you hurt that the president and his vice were at another man of God's house? I don't see you to be that kind of person. You are an honorable person. Accept it and forget about it. Let it go. You did the wrong thing. And I was happy you were arrested. If you had not been arrested, imagine what would have happened to the laws of this country. So be happy that it happened to you. God used you to show power in this country, that the power is working. He said he called the president, he never answered. He called Baumia, Baumia never answered. And then they let you down because you thought that with them, you were the Almighty. No, it's not an animal farm. With all respect, Prof. This has been the Blackpot, aka Kukushonomo. Thanks so much to our sponsors. My name is Blakk Rasta. We need more sponsors. Do talk to us. In the interim, wayo! Yeah, back to the echo offer. It doesn't show. You need to edit that part out.